Hi everyone, we're just gonna start out with a couple of views of some of the pool tossies that we got. That's mine. But here we go, our trip to Apia. Started off, here's the Pongo Pongo Airport, which is really in Tafuna, but that in the background just like waves and fish and birds. It's pretty cool. This is kind of my I'm leaving passport kind of photo. That was the American Samoa immigration. We had to get our thing stamped. We had to wait at the airport for a really long time, so Marcy and Melinda fell asleep. So I took pictures of them. Here is the skyline of Apia at night. This is when we went to our Apia night, but before it started we went out and took pictures, and this is what we got. A little tiki statue I thought was really cute, so I took a picture doing what he was doing. We did that with several. And then here's one of the wood carvings that they had in the place where they had the Fia thing, which was like a luau kind of. This guy's blowing a conch shell, wearing the lava as you see, but these are some, this is the band, and this is the Fia dancing group that you see in front. This is actually not Samoan but Tahitian, but it was, they were doing the hip things, and it was pretty cool. They called Marcy up on stage, it was great. This was at the end. They had Aggie Gray Jr. come out. The hotel is called Aggie Gray, so it was kind of special. And here's the group at the end. A lot of Samoan dances are done sitting down. That's interesting. This was like a shell, kind of chandelier type thing that was really pretty. Those are our missionaries, David and Dana, Melinda and I at dinner, and then Marcy. These are some of the kids when we got to the beach valets that they interviewed me, and it was really interesting. One of them spelled Texas, Texis, but anyway. Home sweet home at the valets and at Lolamano Beach. This is right on the beach, but this is where our hotel rooms. There are a bunch of them just all scattered about. This was at sunset. It was really pretty. That's after we'd gone snorkeling and everything. More fallets. Fallet that someone had brought a barbecue grill. I guess they were staying for a while. This is just like a picturesque beach photograph, I guess. There's a volleyball net. We didn't get to play. That was a little island that was just off the beach where we were. It was real pretty. There's my team. And we got to go to dinner. Then we got a picture with Dana. And then Dana and David again, they're so cute. Just some more sunset pictures that are really, really pretty, really cool looking, I thought. So. This still all that same time. The valets you can see. We slept under mosquito nets, and so that's what that is right there. And it was weird. It's okay, it's an experience. Here's what they're called. Taufua Beach Valets. Then we went to a restaurant called Giordano's, and I took lots of pictures because we went to a Giordano's in Chicago with Colin, but I guess it was different, but it was still Giordano's, and it was a pizzeria, but it was in a garden. It was really pretty, so that's why it says Garden Pizzeria. This was outside of my hotel room. Just see like all the variety of like plants and green and flowers and stuff, even right at the hotel. Again, oh, this is at the Robert Louis Stevenson house. I like this because at the bottom it says Ole Fale, that means in the house, and I knew that. That's like a lion or mountain lion that they had on the floor, but this is a room of Robert Louis Stevenson. This is off of the upstairs porch. It's real pretty. Real green everywhere. You can see why he got that land. And that was the kitchen. These are some of his books. This is a statue of him. More books coming up. But Robert Louis Stevenson wrote Treasure Island and The Strange Tale of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and a lot of other books. Some about Samoa, actually, too. These are like 3 of his famous books in this writing room that they had under a plexiglass thing. This was his wife's room, and all the wood came from California. And that was like the best view in the house, but I like the view off the balcony. This is more of his garden. This was a Tahitian tapa design, which is really cool. This was the little hospital sick room that they had in the house, and there's the medicine cabinet and the washing bowl. And then this is what I loved, was the medicine cabinet I looked in, and look at this. It says pure sulfur. I just love it. It's great. This was his piano in his house and all the, again, all of the what is California River. This is a picture of him, and as you'll see, the right side of his face is light and the left side of his face is dark. That's supposed to be representing Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. More of his musical instruments. This was a picture of his family they had up, and then he had another like lion or mountain lion like on the ground. It's weird. This was just, look at how beautiful it is. This statue represents the end of cannibalism, and this paper explained the end of cannibalism. And then Melinda found a very typical Australian tourist, and it's great. This we took pictures of while they was on the harbor in Apia. And then that's another view, like the daytime, like the one that I had the sunset of. That was the Australian cruise ship that had come in. This was at the Visitors Center. You can see it's a mere 4,196 kilometers to Honolulu from here, so much less Abilene, Texas. But then we were going back, so we were checking in, and then at the airport they did some really cool art, and so these are just a few pictures of that. It was a great trip. We spent 3 days there. It's about 80 miles west of American Samoa. And these pictures coming up right here are my favorite. These are the ones that I took in the airplane. Because it was such a small plane, there was no flight attendant like telling you not to take pictures or turn your electronic devices off. So I totally took pictures of us taking off, which was awesome. So you can see like the clouds up close, and then just kind of some of the landscape. It's all real green. Those are the coral reefs that are around the whole island, basically. And then this is like the outside, but here's like up here, pretty much.